Right, here we go, video number 2. Yeah, I've just had to reshoot this, forgot to plug my mic in. There you go, newbie. So first of all, I want to say a massive thank you for all these key workers out here in Portugal, UK and all around the world. You're doing an amazing job. It's incredible what you're doing, and I just want to say massive thank you from the bottom of my heart and my family's heart for everything that you're doing. It's incredible. It seems a little bit insignificant that we're talking about property and money when obviously people's lives are at stake, but I really do want to say thank you, and get well, Boris. We're all rooting for you, and anyone else that's poorly, I hope you're making a speedy recovery, and yeah, hopefully this will all pass very, very soon and will be a distant memory. So but here we go, let's get into it. I also want to say thank you for the feedback I've had, really positive. I can't believe it, it's amazing. Yeah, it was out of my comfort zone actually making a video and talking to a camera, so something I never normally do. I've got more of a face for radio, I'd say, than yeah, the screen, but there you go. Yeah, so holidays. We're not going to be talking about holidays to Benidorm and getting drunk with your drunk with your mates. We're going to be talking about mortgage payment holidays. Yeah, it's quite a topic at the moment. Obviously, with what's going on with COVID-19, there's a lot of people suffering financially. Landlords, residential people, tenants, everyone, and it's causing everyone a bit of a headache. So it's very topical at the moment, so I want to talk about this. I believe it's the wrong impression when they keep saying holiday. I don't like that word holiday because that implies something good. So I prefer if it was called a deferred payment, which makes more sense, as it's still got to be paid back. I like to also do a quick little disclaimer. Everything I'll talk about is just my opinions, my views. I'm not saying it's got something you've got to do or anything like that, but I would love to know any feedback or thoughts that you have, any ideas. I'd just like to share a few things that I'm thinking, because obviously I've been doing property for 30 odd years. I've been chatting to some fellow landlords about their ideas, their thoughts as well, about some of them taking these payment holidays. Right, my reasonings behind not thinking you should apply for a mortgage payment holiday. Well, I've been buying property and letting property for, as I say, over 30 years now, and yeah, I went through the recession 2008, 2009, dealt with many banks back then, and I have to say I wasn't that impressed with a lot of the lenders and the banks back then. I had a friend, I was constantly picking people's brains, trying to find out different things and their advice from, I would say, seasoned investors and everything. And one of the bits of advice was, a good friend of mine told me, he said, a bank will give you an umbrella when it's shining, and as soon as it starts raining, it will take it away. And I used to chuckle at that. I think, I don't know what you mean. I said, no, they'll never do that. But I saw what happened back in 2008, and that happened to a lot of friends of mine that were in the business, and it wasn't pleasant. I was very fortunate and weathered the storm back then. So I've always been a little bit dubious of banks and their help, because normally from past experience, I think that when they're offering help, sometimes it's for their reasons, not anyone else's. But that's my own personal opinion. So, payment holidays. Yes, it's not going to affect your credit score. But that's not to say that a lender can't look at your credit score and see that you didn't make a payment. It will still show as a U on your credit score. Now, that's not to say that a lender, if you're going to, say, apply for a new mortgage in the near future, or you want a further advance or anything like that, just because it's not affected your credit score, what's to stop them to ask whether you've had a payment holiday? Now, my personal feelings are, that will never bode well with a lender or an underwriter when they're looking at it. That could be a decision sort of saying, well, yeah, you needed a payment holiday, why should we lend you money now? So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's a possibility, and that's just my feeling on it. So if you don't need the payment holiday, just don't take it just for the sake of it. There may be some other options open to you that you could consider. Obviously, reducing your outgoings to ease cash flow. One of them is perhaps if a tenant's defaulted, have you had rent insurance? I know some portfolio landlords have taken out rent insurance on their tenant defaulting, didn't even realise it was there or forgotten about it, and not claimed. That's sort of one avenue you could go down. Another avenue, I believe, buildings insurance. Are you overcovered? Have you checked your policy? Could you get a new policy to reduce your payments on your building insurance? Have you shopped around? Now we've got all this time spare. Would this be the ideal moment to go out shopping and see if you can find a better rate on your buildings insurance? Sometimes you'd be surprised at how much money you can save. Life insurance. Now, I think life insurance is very important. You should have that. But are you a smoker? Have you stopped smoking? Could you possibly have your premium reduced? Have you changed something in your life? Have you stopped a dangerous sport, for example, and you could reduce the premium? That could obviously help reduce the premium there. Other outgoings, your mortgages. Have you got a capital repayment mortgage? Would your lender possibly consider going from capital repayment to an interest-only mortgage? That could reduce your outgoings significantly. I'm just trying to think of some other things that I would potentially be looking at. Obviously, have you factored into the account interest rates have gone down, and as of next month that your payments will be reduced significantly? Have you spoken to some of your tenants? If they are struggling to pay, sometimes they're a bit nervous, a bit shy about contacting the landlord. Should they contact the landlord to say, look, I can't pay the full amount, but I'm willing to pay a partial payment? That may be enough to get you through to the next month. These are conversations you should be having with your tenants. Don't go burying your head in the sand. I think these are some of the options open to us. Avenue to look at is the business interruption loan with your local business bank. Now, this could be of some help. Obviously, your business has to be viable, and there are some long waits if you want to apply for this, but that could be another avenue, and I think that would probably be preferable than taking their mortgage payment holiday if you're a landlord. As I say, I'm sure that some lenders and underwriters, even though they're not saying it, they will look at your credit score. Anyone that's applied for a mortgage lately will probably see how in depth they go into the ins and outs of how many times you breathe and what you're eating these days. And I can imagine that they will look at a credit report and see that you've had a mortgage payment holiday. And that, to me, that's never going to look good if you want to borrow more money to expand your business. If you're not going to expand your business and you're not needing further funds, then possibly this won't be applicable. But before you apply for that mortgage holiday, look at some other avenues. As I say, check out your cash flow with buildings insurance. Are you overinsured? Your life policies. Could you get a reduced rate if you, as I say, changed an activity? And are there policies there that are possibly covering you for tenants that have defaulted that you're unaware of? So hopefully some of the things I've just touched on is giving you food for thought. I was going to say something else, but I ain't going to say that because cut that bit out. Right, just in closing there, I'm just going to wrap it up. Just sort of have a think about other avenues before you go for the, as I say, the easy option, a payment holiday or a deferred payment on your mortgage. Check out those life policies, insurance policies. Have those chats with tenants to see if they can even make a partial payment if they can't make the full payment. look into the business interruption loan. That could be something that you could qualify for. That may be more beneficial than actually taking the payment holiday. So hopefully that was of some help, and yeah, if you watch for the second time, I'm amazed and really appreciate that. I must say, not that keen on my voice, but I don't think anyone's really keen on their voice, are they, when they listen to it? And they always say it sounds horrible, but thank you again. And if you subscribed or anything, then amazed, really pleased, and hopefully I'll give you a bit more insight and a few more thoughts of mine shortly. And take care, stay safe everyone, and yeah, look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.